It is time. It is that time of the week. It is that time of the year. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday, everyone. Cloudy, overcast sky, kind of dreary, dark, cloudy day here in the ATL, but it's a great day. The beginning of college football week. Normally it would start on the Thursday, but last night it was all about kickoff, NFL kickoff. Now we're on to college football, and it is officially here, everyone. Football season is back. It is in back full swing, 100%. High school, college, and last night the NFL kicked off. Football season is here. It is here, brothers and sisters. Salute, salute, salute. I got my co-host here. You knew D-Truth. Sniper, salute to the chat. Welcome. Happy Friday, everyone, and happy Friday to the panel. Salute to everyone. Salute, salute,
Hello.
salute. How you doing today?
Hello. How's it going, guys?
What's going on? It's that time. Are you ready for some football?
You're a little low, Sniper. You're a little low. Your volume is a little low.
Are you ready for some football?
Salute, brother. Salute. D-Truth. Big game coming up tomorrow. Salute, brother. Salute.
Look, I'm not even worried about that game. Because they play like they played against Alabama and Catholic really do not have nothing. Really. Truly, they don't.
Yeah, you know it is. I say any given Saturday and any time you're playing an out of conference opponent is huge. It's the committee looks at it, even though they're in the ACC. The committee, they're in the major conference, so the committee is going to look at it. It's going to count for some major points. Football season is in full swing. Best time of the year. Salute to you, top op. Let me salute the chat here real quick. Bacardi Obama, salute top op, salute no cap, salute black gal, salute everybody that's listening. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. It kicked off last night. The NFL kicked off last night. The Chiefs did their thing. Anybody got any comments on that?
Baltimore was robbed.
Oh. Sniper.
Hey, listen. It was, from what I can tell by the, what I read and highlights and stuff. It was a hell of a game. But hey, at the end of the day, you gotta win. You gotta win at the end when them hit them quad zeros. You gotta win. You gotta be winning. So hey, it is what it is.
Exactly. Let me ask you guys a question here. All right.
All right. Let's go.
I'm gonna start off right here with this. Okay. And this is the $1 million question. Okay. Can the Chiefs pull off something that none of the other great dynasties were able to pull off? The Packers of the late 60s were not able to pull it off. The Dolphins, that perfect Dolphins team, they were not able to pull it off. The Super Steelers of the 70s were not able to pull it off. The 49ers were not able to pull it off. They should have. If Roger Craig would have just held on to the ball. If he would have just held on to the ball, the 49ers would have beat the Giants and they would have went on to the Super Bowl and they would have dragged Buffalo. There's no doubt in my mind about that. The Cowboys of the 90s had Jerry Jones, who would have just been a little bit more humbled himself. He could have been the first owner of a franchise that would have three-peated, because there's no doubt in my mind if Jimmy Johnson would have stayed in 94. Okay, so the Cowboys won in 92, they won in 93. You know, it was no other team anywhere near close. I mean, I'm quite sure they had their battles with the 49ers, but the Cowboys was just head and shoulders above the 49ers and everybody else in the league. Had Jerry Jones would have humbled himself, the Cowboys would have had 3 straight. Now, the Patriots. So we go into the 2000s, the Patriots. We all know what happened. They got hit with injuries. In 2005. They won the Super Bowl in 03. They won it in 04. They got hit with injuries, severe injuries in 05. Brewski had a mild stroke. Rodney Harrison was injured. You had a couple of players that retired, and it was just, kind of like they were kind of in shambles in 2005, and they got upset in the divisional round by the Denver Broncos. So I say that to say this, okay, can the Chiefs be the first team in NFL history to win 3 straight Super Bowl titles? I'm going to start with you, Yunu.
I doubt it. No NFL team has been able to pull it off in the past 3 years with the Super Bowl era. Just saying. I doubt it.
Wow. Okay.
I doubt it.
That was a great point there. No one has been able to do it in the Super Bowl era. It has been done, but not in the Super Bowl era. Great point there. D-True, what do you think?
The question should be asking, they can, but will they? That's the question should be asking.
Well,
can and will do different things. They can do it, but will they? I don't think they will.
That's why I'm saying, will they?
He's asking. Yes, will they?
Yeah, I'm asking, will they? That's what I'm asking. Salute to you, DJ Chuck. Will they?
What up?
I know they can. I know they have the talent. They're stat. We spoke about this briefly last night. The advantage that they have over that 05 Patriots team is they're young. They're still young. They are very young. The Steelers were young in 76 as well when they were trying to three-peat. But the problem was they got hit with injuries. That would be my only concern, the injury.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like, come on, think about we just said about the Steelers. They got hit with injury bug. See what I'm saying? And we know football. If you get hit with one of your key players and the backup do not stand up like they're supposed to, you pretty much done.
Exactly. Salute to you, Bolo. DJ Chuck, salute to you. Top Op. Dallas definitely should have done it. In 94, there's no team on the AFC side or the NFC side that would have stopped that. Yes, the Cowboys definitely, if it's any team that could have did it, that 90s Cowboy team, 92, 93, 94, they were stacked. They were young. They had the best coaching staff. They had the best head coach. But Jerry Jones, the pride, that pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Sniper, what do you think, brother? Can KC pull it off?
I'm gonna tell you something, and y'all think about this. The number 3 in football period is a number that never reached. You think about every team that has the opportunity to win 3 either didn't make it back or they they lost it in the Super Bowl. So the answer to your question is, with the superstition, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen just because of that alone. And also, Kansas City went through some things last year, and I don't think they really, even though they did, they won it, but they still haven't got over the issues they made last year internally. So I'm going to say no.
Salute to you, double speak. Okay, now it has, so
Hello.
those of you, so those of you that know your NFL history, all right, so you know it has been done, but not during the Super Bowl era. Let me refresh your memory, okay? Let's
Come
go
on, talk
back.
to us.
Let's go back to the early 50s. All right. The Cleveland Browns joined the NFL. They left that other, well, it was the AAF. It wasn't even the AFL, it was some other league. They had won 2 championships in that league. They went into the NFL and won 3. Their quarterback was Otto Graham. All right. Let's go to the late 50s, early 60s. The Packers won 3 in a row before the Super Bowl era. So it's been done before the Super Bowl era. It just hasn't been done in the Super Bowl era. Now, it's been for various reasons. The Dolphins, that Dolphins team, that perfect team of 72, 73, they were hit with injuries in 74. But even though they almost won the game, it was a lucky play by the Raiders, the sea of hands with Clarence Davis. It was a lucky play how he was able to catch that ball with 5 Dolphin defenders around him. The sea of hands game that knocked the Dolphins out. The Steelers, most Steelers fans will tell you their best team in franchise history was that 76 team. All right. Even though they won it in 74, they won in 75, they won in 78, 79. Most Steelers that were around during that time, Steelers fans that were around during that time will tell you that 76 team was the most talented and had the best defensive team. They just got hit with the injury bug toward the end of the year. They had a first round playoff game against the Colts, and they lost Franco Harris and Rocky Blyer in the first round, in the divisional round. Went on to play Oakland in the AFC title game, and they lost because they did not have, either of their Pro Bowl running backs. They would, and Terry Bradshaw was banged up most of that year also. Let's go to the 80s. Roger Craig. Roger Craig. If Roger Craig does not fumble that ball, the 49ers win the game. They win the NFC Championship game, and they go on to the Super Bowl, and they destroy the Buffalo Bills. In my opinion, that 49ers team, I don't give a damn what nobody says. That 49ers team was stronger than that 90 Buffalo K-gun offense. Buffalo's defense was not equipped to stop that 49ers offensive attack with Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Tom Ratman, Roger Craig. Joe Montana would have been the starter. It wouldn't have been Steve Young. It would have been Joe Montana. No one can convince me in a million years that the Buffalo Bills would have beat the 49ers in that Super Bowl. So the 49ers would have three-peated easily. Go to the 90s Cowboys. Jerry Jones, greed, pride, jealousy. He ran off Jimmy Johnson, and it caused division in the locker room, and that cost them in 94. The Patriots were just old. They were old, they got old, and they got hit with injuries. Brewski had a slight stroke, but the Chiefs is different. I think it's a little different sniper with the Chiefs. They're young. They have the best head coach. They have the best defensive coordinator in the NFL today. And they have a great front office. The Chiefs are nothing like, there's no circus in their front office like what you had in Dallas back in the 90s. All right. They're not old like the Patriots. Okay. The Chiefs, I don't see a team in the AFC stopping them. And when it comes to the NFC, I see the only threat would be the Eagles. But if you put Andy Reid up against the Eagles head coach, I'm rolling with Andy Reid all day, every day. And Spagnuolo as the defensive coordinator.
Well, it looked like the I can't even who the Looked like Baltimore had a number majority of the night last night, though.
Baltimore
like
had. Baltimore is it reminds me of Georgia and Bama when Nick Saban was there. Have almost close. We almost did it. That ain't getting it. They kind of remind me of Penn State and Ohio State. Almost, we had it. We could have, should have, would it, but can't get the job done. They can't beat them when it counts. Now they'll beat them a couple of times during the regular season, but in January, when the snow is on the ground and the money is on the line and the lights are bright, they can't beat the Chiefs. They can't beat them. They can't beat them. DJ Chuck, the Bears were they couldn't even go back to back, bro. That's why I didn't even mention them in the equation. They couldn't even go back to back. They couldn't even go back to back. But I think out of all the dynasties that I named, the Packers, we all know, unfortunately, the Vince Lombardi, he came down with cancer and he had to step down as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. Other than that, they definitely, no doubt about it, they definitely would have three-peated. That Green Bay Packers team was a machine. And no one even came any close to dethroning them. But the Dallas Cowboys, but they just didn't have enough. They didn't have enough. Salute to you, Sikkim. Salute to you. So NFL season kicked off in full swing. We just wanted to discuss a little bit of NFL. For those of you that haven't noticed, we kind of mixed it up a little bit here today. Sniper and D-Troop, they got their college gear on, and me and you knew we came out with our NFL gear today. So we just want to switch it up here a little bit today. So now we're going to get on into the
I got a question. I got a question right quick. It's about high school, right? Should a high school player be able to transfer to another high school to be able to, in the middle of the school year, almost about 3 days into the high school football year, be able to transfer high school just so he can get in the 2025 class?
Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, that's the question.
But I don't think he's able to. Anybody who transferred in the middle of the year can't play.
Yeah, I don't know what state. I don't know what state that is or whatever, but somebody palms got grease. That shouldn't even be allowed. Once the season starts, you are on the team where you are, and if you're unhappy, you sit out. You go sit in the stands with your girlfriend and your family for the rest of the year, and then you come back. You go to the school you want to go to, and then you transfer. That's how it's supposed to be done. But see, nowadays people make up their own rules. But we're gonna move on to the Q&A. You knew. Take over, ma'am.
All right, you guys, for the first question, we have.
Now, just so you know, so don't get upset with me. This was the original list. You hadn't seen this one yet. I think you've seen it, but you ain't seen it yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna talk about this list thing. Because we don't have time to get no research in.
I don't know why it gets emailed out to everybody, but go ahead, you knew.
Okay, so has the media been unfair to Dabo? Is it Dabo? Sweeney? Yes or no? Armando, since you want to sit here and throw things at us, the heck?
Yeah. Definitely. This man has won 2 national titles. The man has won 5 or 6 ACC titles. The man has dominated the ACC. It seems like the media nitpicks at this man when he goes undefeated. I remember back in 2018 when he went undefeated, he just ran through the ACC like X-Lax. And the criticism of them back then was, oh, you're playing in a weak conference. The ACC is weak. Because at the time, Miami and Florida State was down. Georgia Tech was down. You know, it was Clemson and everyone else. Now is, you know, because they're not winning the ACC now, the knock on him is, okay, you don't go into the transfer portal. I think the transfer portal is a little overrated because you got some teams that go into the transfer portal and they have dipped in there many times and can't even become bowl eligible. Example, Colorado has dipped into the transfer portal. Number of SEC teams have went into the transfer portal. Only one team can win the national title. Only one team can win the national title. So I think the media just nitpicks a lot at this man, but they just try to sweep under the rug of the things that he accomplished. 2 national titles is not easy. 2 national titles in less than 10 years, that is not easy. A lot of coaches coach their entire career and don't even get one. I'm done speaking. Whoever want to go next.
Oh, D-True?
I'm going to say no. I got to disagree with you, Armando. He put himself on that pedestal. So guess what? He made the bed. He got to lie in it. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth closed as a coach. Don't say what you really think to the media, because you know the media is going to turn whatever you say to what they want it to be. And yeah, he won the national title. The ACC, yeah, he won that right there. But when it came down to playing other countries for a national championship and on a neutral field, can't beat the Georgia Bulldogs and can't get a team back on that and let that team in the ACC come back up. Forget the transfer portal. He's not doing no doggone recruiting. What kind of doggone recruiting is he doing? Because transfer portal is the field of void so you get the players in on your recruiting trip. But he's just not doing the job. Just like Jimbo Fisher when Jimbo Fisher was at Texas A&M. He had all the players, but couldn't get the job done, could he? So he gets what he gets. That teacher Keith McLeod don't say what he actually think to the media, and the media would not turn it against him. That's what I got to say.
Okay. Hey, Renrock, how you doing? All right, Sniper, what do you think?
I don't know what the hell my big brother was saying over there, but I think I'm gonna translate it the best way I can. I'm gonna say yes and no. Okay. Like Dietrich was saying, the media twists everything around. This dude is a great is a great coach. He doesn't dip into the transfer portal because he wants homegrown folks. He doesn't want people who are upset because they couldn't play at the school, or they didn't get the starting time at the school that they were, or getting the playing time at the school they were. So he wants the people that actually wants to come to Clemson. Now, on paper, this year, again, Clemson has one of the best defense in college football. Okay, they just ran against a team that was better than them. All right, I did not pick Clemson to be in the ACC, or they be in the ACC championship, but I'm still sticking my guns. Miami going to win that. But at the end of the day, Dabo Swinney really don't talk that much trash. He says what he says. He's straight to the point, and he's done with it. He doesn't argue with the media. He's not loud, but the media is going. And when I say yes, is the media is just trying to get content. They got to put something on paper, or they're not going to have a job. So it's a yes and no question for me. The media is going to do what they do, and they're going to dictate what they put down on paper, regardless he could have beat Georgia and they still was going to scrutinize him. Okay.
You there? I can't tell if you're done, if you paused, or what.
That's what I was trying to do. Oh my Jesus. Okay, next. It's cut off.
He just cut off in the middle of his statement. I don't know what happened.
Oh. Okay. Has the media overhyped Oregon? Yes or no? D-Truth.
They always overhype Oregon. I'm going to say yes. They always do that. They always overhype Oregon. They see what happened last year. The overhyper who came in the picture, Washington Husky, took him out. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Sniper, are you back? All right. Armando.
Yeah, definitely. They were overhyped. They were overhyped. There's no way. See, this is the thing with analysts and sports writers. All right, they talk off the top of their head. They don't do research. They don't take their time. Those guys that's up there on college game, they don't do their research. The only one that really knows the X's and O's and knows about football is Nick Saban. The rest of them, Pat McAfee, Desmond and Kurt Herbstreit and the other one, Reese Davis, they don't do any research. They don't. They just talk off the top of their heads and they pick games based on what teams done the previous year. And that is not how you evaluate a team coming into the season. And that's why a lot of their picks be asinine that they be making early in the year. Okay, so if they'd have done their research, they would have known that Oregon is not the same as they were last year offensively. They lost a lot on offense. They are not the same. Will they get it together? I believe they will, but they better do it fast. Mm-hmm. They better do. I'm talking about they better this week in practice because that Boise State team, they can score. That Boise State team remind me of what Oregon was back during the early 2000s. Salute to you, common sense. So they better get it together because Boise State they're bringing a squad into Eugene. Mm-hmm. They're bringing a squad into Austin Stadium, and they better get that together because they almost had a hiccup last week against the FCS school, Idaho. So we'll see.
Okay. All right. Sniper, are you alive?
I'm alive. I'm alive.
Go ahead. Answer the question, please. Yes or no, and why?
Yes, they have, because they're thinking that they still got the players of last year. And they think what their success they had last year is going to transfer over to this year. They got a new quarterback. They got a new running back. They don't have the same players as they have players they had last year. So yes, the media, again, the media is going to put out there what they think is going to draw in the crowd, the content, and they have really, really made Oregon look like they are the best team in the country right now.
All right. Anybody else has anything to say? Any discussion on this question?
Just like Armando said, though, they better tighten up because Idaho gave them a couple punches and almost knocked them out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this team they about to play right now.
Boise State gonna be a problem.
Oh man, Boise State. I'm telling you right now. And where it's at Boise State?
It's in Eugene.
It's in Eugene. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, look, if it was they were gonna put some red on that blue grass out there. Next question. Let's see what it says.
Handle it. I'm on the phone.
All right. So the next question
All
is
right.
the.
The,
Go ahead.
go ahead, man. Okay. The transfer portal is not a good thing for collegiate sports. Yes or no? Has it tainted the sport of collegiate, college, football, basketball, all of the above?
I don't think it. I think the NIL deal is what um, really messed up the sports. I understand that these kids go out there and they play, and I hate when they say, "Oh, they give they give up their bodies, their lives, and everything." No, they don't give up their lives. Right? They're playing a sport which they enjoy doing. But the NIL deal messed up the sport more than the transfer portal. Even though the NIL deal is new, the transfer portal was for folks who are good, could be great, to go to a team that shows their potential. Now is I'm gonna go where the money's at. So at the end of the day, I think that the transfer portal has messed it up, but not as much as the NIL deal has messed it up.
All right, D. True.
Oh, see, I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say yes and no on this one. Tell you why I say yes. It is uh, it's not good, and no, why it's not good. One, yeah, some kids might do it for the money, right? But some kids might do it for the exposure, a better chance to get in the NFL. You see what I'm saying? And you come from a team like from the group of four. What the chance? What are their chances of getting exposure unless they play a Power 14? Now, if they own a Power 14 and they playing, they go get exposure. And and then that team that need that player can fill that void for right now. And while that other player is filling it, still recruit a player to fill their position after that transfer, though, going on to better endeavors. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say yes and no.
Excellent answer. Great answer. Great answer. Yeah, I have to agree with you. It has some good. It has some pros and cons to it. Okay. In the beginning, it was mainly pros. I would say 80% pros, 20% cons. In today's world, Detroit in 2024, it has become a debacle. It is becoming more cons than pros, and I'm gonna tell you why. These kids are not competing. They're running away from competition. Uh, Take like the spring practice. Okay, so if you are not getting as much planned, okay, so if you're competing against someone else and they beat you out for that position, then you can just up and transfer. So in my opinion, that's you're transferring, you're basically giving up. You're saying, okay, I can't beat that person out. Say like me and Sniper, we're going out for the same position, at the star position, the safety. Okay. And we play the same position, and we're going at it in camp, and he beats me out. Okay. So I up and I transfer to Georgia Tech. Okay, I'm not doing it for exposure. I'm giving up. I'm basically conceding that he's better than me. So I'm going to another school where I can dominate and be the man. And that is, in my opinion, is that's a way, that's quitting, in my opinion. And if you quitting at that young age, you're gonna be quitting for the rest of your life. You can't. Let's say like if you got a corporate job and you're up for a promotion against like five or six other people, and one of the other people get it over you, they get chosen over you. So what are you going to do? Up and transfer to another company? You're just gonna you're just gonna quit your job. So that's the only thing that I don't like about it. They need to, you know they need to regulate it more. Okay. All of this, you can transfer every year. They need to cut that crap out. They need to cut it out. You get one transfer, and the second one has to be an emergency. It has to be a situation where the program is something is going. Hey man, mute up for a quick second if you don't mind. It has to be a situation where the program is in dire straits. The program is getting ready to shut down, kind of like what happened at UAB 10 years ago. It got to be a situation like that. It got to be something going on at the school, or something in order for you to transfer. If you get kicked, I'm gonna tell you something, and they're allowing players to transfer that get kicked off the team. I remember when JJ Holloman had caught domestic violence charge and Kirby kicked him off the team, he was able to transfer to Florida Atlantic. I mean, what I mean, come on. Is that what we're doing? That's why I say it has some pros and cons, but today it's more cons than pros. It's starting off, it was a damn good thing, but now the system is being abused.
But yeah, look at it this way too. Because a player lost the starting job at one, and he thinks he's better than the one that got the starting job. Why not go somewhere where you especially if you go to another team that play in that team that the coach didn't give you the starting job to prove yourself for the other school, and it come to find out that he was better than the other player. That's a good transfer. It ain't that he quitting. It ain't that nobody quitting. See, everybody want to use quitting. He's not quitting. It's just he wants to play. See what I'm saying? Everybody wants to play. But if you feel like you're better than the other guy, and say you got about one more year to play and prove that, and you still ain't got that, and a person, and you've been there, and a new kid comes in and gets the start job, and you already been proven that you can play, hey, yeah, go ahead and transfer. But that guy you talk about transfer from that Kirby had cut from T transfer from there to Florida Atlantic. No, that shouldn't even be allowed right there. That right there should be that right there. How in the way you let him? No, he shouldn't been allowed to play football at all. Let's alone transfer.
That's why I said it's nowadays it's more it's more cons than pros.
Yeah, and I'm telling you another thing that got something to do with it too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you another thing that got to do with it too. Who all was in that player's ear? Family members, fathers, mothers, all in that player's ear.
Well, of course.
Of course. So they got a whole lot to do with it. Because I guarantee you, if you left up to some players, they'll stay at that school and play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how they will stay at that school to play. Because you know how people will sit there. Oh man, you better. Yeah, I know I'm better than him. But like I said, some students, some players transfer for a better opportunity and get that opportunity and make the most of that opportunity. And I understand grad transfers. You see what I understand? You're graduated from that college you went to and transferred to another school. I understand that. You already got your education. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I can understand. I have no problem with that. Like what Bo Nix did, or what Dylan Gabriel did, or what Cam Ward did. They're graduate transfers. But that crap that Caleb Downs pulled, even though I can't stand Alabama, I'm not an Alabama fan, but that was egregious what he did. He just when Saban announced he was retired, then he entered the transfer portal. That's not good business. That is not good business, and they need to put a stop to these freshmen coming in. And there was no reason for him to transfer because he was the starter. He was the starter. There was no reason for him to transfer. No reason.
You're right about that. And like you said, he was the third. One of the reasons he got the transfer because Nick Saban retired.
Exactly.
And then about these freshmen coming in, and also offer one transfer. I said they should do just like how they do it for them to go to the NFL draft. They can't transfer to after their sophomore year.
Exactly. Let's move on to the next. We're gonna start with legit or hype. All right, and when we got some teams that the media wants to come back so bad, and we're gonna find out are they legit or hype. But right now, we're gonna predict are they legit or are they hype. I'm gonna start with you, Sniper. Miami Hurricanes, legit or hype?
Well, I did pick them to be my ACC championship champions, and I also picked them to be in the playoffs, and so I do think they're legit. Yes, they played a down Florida team, a horrible Florida team, but just their body of play make me feel as though they are a legit team, and they're going to do CC.
Salute to you, Bolo. Salute to you. Salute. Mute up with them. Oh, okay. That music got music in the background. All right. D-Truth.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. How many times have people hyped up Miami and they through the season they had folded? So don't believe the hype. Do not believe the hype. Because out there, Florida, we know Florida was down. But I got to see them against a legit team. Before I call them legit. So don't believe the hype.
Hey, all I got to say is never forget 2017. Never forget 2017. They had all that hype. Remember the turnover chains and the U is back. They brought Luke in and brought the retired Luke dancers in. No game day that Saturday morning. They brought Ed Reed and Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin about to have a done aneurysm on the pregame show. Get your ass back. Get your ass back. Ray Lewis and all them brought all of them back. They brought all of them back with all that hype. And it was all for nothing. They went into the game Black Friday up in Pittsburgh. They were undefeated. They went into that game undefeated. They was 11-0, ranked in the top 5. They went up there, choked, and then went on into the ACC championship game and got ran out the stadium by Clemson. Okay, and that Clemson team, that wasn't a very good Clemson team, in my opinion. The defense was mediocre. Kelly Brown was the starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That Miami team was talented enough to where they should have actually beat Clemson, but they couldn't get the job done. So we've seen many times, since that the early 2000 Miami teams that they've come with hype. So I feel what you're saying on that, Detroit.
Oh, hell no. Let me go ahead and this program real quick. Y'all always want to bring up what happened in 19.
I mean, it's a pattern, bro. We just point out it's a pattern that the media overhypes them.
Hey,
go ahead, though.
Let me take this plane from Atlanta to Miami now. Now listen, who was the quarterback up there in Clemson when they beat Miami? Was that not Trevor
Kelly Bryant? You got nowhere near he wasn't even invited to no NFL combine.
He was good in college. So,
he was okay. He lost his starting job the following year. Bolo said you might low. Yeah, he lost his starting job. He lost his starting job the following year. He didn't even last but a year at Clemson. And anybody can remember that 2017 Clemson team, that little run they had, that national championship run they had, that was Dabo's weakest squad. That 2017 team.
So what I'm trying to say is, who cares what happened in 2016, 2017? We talking about on this present day. We talking about this present day. Their body of work. How they murked
They
Florida.
beat a team that's been
It
down
doesn't matter. Hey,
for the
sir,
last
hey,
3
sir.
years. You act like
Hey, sir.
they beat. It ain't like, brother. It ain't like they did that to Penn State. It ain't like they did that to Washington or Oregon. All right. It ain't like, hell, they ain't even do that to an Oklahoma State. They did that to a weak Florida team that has been down, that has a head coach that's in over his head. And remember all the players that has transferred out of Florida, bro. They lost so many players because they trying to get away from that dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire down there in Gainesville. You act like they did that to LSU or somebody, man. Come on.
That is your opinion, sir.
Okay, all right. You can believe that hype all you want to. I'm just saying, bro. It's a pattern where the media hype overhypes Miami, bro. I got to see them do that do it to Boston College, and I'll believe it. Do that to Boston College, and I will believe the hype.
Sir, I'm gonna tell you like now. You just wait. We're gonna have time. No, you're gonna keep putting it in the thing. We're gonna have this discussion, but you wait until the next 3 games, and we'll come back to this. I'm gonna tell you, Miami. I'm not saying they're the greatest team on earth. You know, they're not the Michael Irvin Miami, but give them the opportunity to play a couple games, and then we can talk about it. Because I can say that about a couple teams. You know, I can say that about Auburn. Who do they beat? Okay, then. Point proven.
But you don't hear me. Hold on.
The media is not overhyping. The media is not overhyping Auburn. They ain't even ranked. They're not even ranked, man.
We ain't even ranked. And the media ain't even hyping up Auburn like they go to Miami. You hear more about Miami than Auburn. So, I didn't even hype up Auburn. When I did my voice, I didn't even hype up Auburn after that game. Yeah. That was a mediocre team.
Right here. They had the opportunity. They had the opportunity to beat Auburn. And if they get a chance, you know who I'm going with. So I don't care what y'all say. I am sticking to in my new voice. I said what I said, and that's it.
Okay. All right. We can agree to disagree. I'm just pointing out it's a pattern with the media. They love to overhype Miami because they, you know, it's in college football would be great if they were to come back. Salute to you, AJ Smith. They're good. The Miami Hurricanes, they are good for college football. Tennessee Vols, hype or legit? Sniper.
All hype. They played the college school of the diapers, and they think that they're all back. Remember what I said last week? The first thing I said when we got on the Tennessee fans, shut up. You did not play nobody spectacular. You didn't do nothing spectacular. Oh, our quarterback.
The people in the chat saying they can't hardly hear you, man. You're saying your mic is low.
I don't.
Because you ain't. Yeah. It's like you were going in and out. I don't know if you far away from your mic or what.
No, I got my earplugs in, but we're also, you know how it is, take away the internet. But like I said, Tennessee fans, shut up. You have not proven nothing. You're that team that they was talking about, how you can win your first couple win nothing after that when it's time to play big boy football. So no, they're all hype.
D-True.
I want to say all hype. Like I said, a whole lot of teams that get like a hoopla, get a season, play a team that they most superior than, and gets a lot of talk about. I gotta see what you do against a legit team. Before I start talking about you, because all you a contender. I think they overhyped. Bottom line, which usually every year they hype them up anyway. So that's my take on it.
The media has a fascination about teams that were good in the 90s, in my opinion. And Tennessee was darn good in the 90s. And that's why I think that is why they, tend to boost them and give, overhype them. We're going to find out. We're going to find out tomorrow if they are all hype, if they're all hype or are they legit, because NC State is a legitimate opponent and it's practically a road game because they got to play this game in Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. So that would be a de facto home game for NC State. You'll have more Wolfpack fans there than you will Vols fans. So it's going to be packed with red and black up in that stadium. So we're going to find out tomorrow if they are hype or legit.
And you know what happened. Hey, look, and you know what happened when you see that red and black. They get kind of intimidated.
Yep. Exactly. All right, next question. Which head coach will be under the most pressure Saturday night, tomorrow night? Matt Rule or Coach Prime? A win would be huge for one of these coaches, but which one of these coaches is under the most pressure? Because both of them, they are in year 2, and the fans are getting antsy. They want to see, they want to see some progress. So, which one is under the most pressure? I'm gonna start out with you, Sniper.
I'm going to say it's going to be Matt Rule, just because them Colorado folks love Dion up there. They love Coach Prime up there because he's bringing attention to the school, which they haven't had in such a long time. It could be a wrong attention, or it is bringing too much attention. He's bringing attention to the school. So I'm going to say it's going to be Matt Rule.
D-Truth.
Ooh, that's a good question right there. Oh, it's on the most question.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one right here.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Dion. I'm gonna go ahead and say Dion. I'm going to say Dion. Dion more pressure. Cause Matt Rule really don't have what he got to lose in Nebraska. Really hard on that. And when Dion went to Colorado, all the buzz about Colorado. And they expected Dion to bring a championship to Colorado. So the most pressure is on Dion. That's all I got to say. The most pressure on Dion because they expected him to do great things and bring a championship to Colorado. Bottom line. A national championship, not a conference championship, a national championship.
I'm gonna say it like this, okay? I think it's gonna be Prime. And here's why, Sniper. Because all the important games, by the time they kick off, by the time Nebraska and Colorado kicks off, all the important games would have been played by then. Michigan and Texas, the biggest game on the schedule tomorrow. That one is being played at 12 noon. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think the NC State Tennessee game is being played in sometime in the midday in the afternoon. Okay, so a lot of eyes are going to be on Lincoln, Nebraska. A lot of eyes are going to be on Lincoln, Nebraska. And the good thing about it that I am glad, by the grace of God, DirecTV debacle won't stop me from seeing that game because it'll be on NBC. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It will be on NBC. Disney ain't got a damn thing to do with it. So we'll be able to enjoy that game. All eyes going to be on Lincoln, Nebraska. And it's, you know, with all the criticism that Coach Prime has been getting, all the hate that he's been getting in the offseason, he can close a lot of mouths tomorrow night. He can close because a lot of people are not only picking Nebraska, but they're predicting a blowout win for Nebraska. Because that Dylan Raiola, he's no joke. I've seen film on this kid. The play he made last week was incredible. I'm telling you, this kid is the truth.
That Texas Michigan is on Fox, and that Tennessee and NC State game is at 7:30.
Okay, all right. So they'll be on at the same time. That game will be on ABC. So we'll be able to see that as well. So the good games we'll be able to catch. Now the game that's tonight that I was interested in seeing, SMU and Utah. I'll probably have to catch that on YouTube TV.
You mean SMU, BYU?
Yeah, SMU and BYU. Yeah. All right. Next question. Which head coach will be under the most pressure Saturday night? Mike Gundy or Sam Pittman? Which head coach? This is huge for both of them. But who is under more pressure to win this game? Mike Gundy or Sam Pittman? Indeed true.
I'll say this. Mike Gundy been at Oklahoma State for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what he did at Oklahoma State. And he got him to championship game, conference championship game, and he got him close to the playoff. And it looked like they don't want to get rid of him anyway. So I'm going to go with Sam Pittman, Arkansas.
Okay.
I got to go with Sam Pittman.
Sam Pittman.
I got to. Yeah, because if a coach been there that long,
mm-hmm,
and you don't have that much success, but you haven't sniffed the playoff yet, and the school and boosters not ready to make a change to take the team to the next level, hey, I can't say he under pressure. He comfortable. They'll let him be comfortable. So that's why I said Pittman for Arkansas. And you know how SEC schools are. When they call the coaches, you got to win. You got to win a big one.
Mm-hmm.
So Sam Pittman's under pressure.
Exactly. Yep. Sam Pittman is in year 5, so that was really the heat is turned up on him down in Arkansas. Also, especially with you got Bobby Petrino is like the coach in waiting, and people down there still love Bobby Petrino because when Petrino was the head coach, they were in the top 5 consistently. Mike Gundy, I think it would be a huge loss for him because so many experts are predicting that this is the year that Oklahoma State will finally get to the playoffs. I'm one of them. I'm one of the people that I have him in my bracket as getting to the playoffs. But if he loses this game, his Oklahoma State chances of getting into the playoffs ride solely off on him, Oklahoma State, winning the Big 12. They will have to win the Big 12. No doubt. They will have to win the Big 12. They will have to run the table the rest of the way. And that's going to be a tall order. So conventional wisdom would say Sam Pittman. I think Sam Pittman could lose this game and still pick off, let's say, Texas A&M or upset someone in the SEC that they shouldn't beat. But Mike Gundy losing this game I think that seat will get hotter than it ever has been. Because now that you're in the 12-team playoff, the fans are going to wonder, okay, we got all this talent down here and people are picking us to win the Big 12. And, you go to Arkansas and you lose to an unranked Arkansas team. I don't think that'll be acceptable by Cowboys fans. So I'm going to have to roll with Gundy on that one. All right. So that is the Q&A. The Q&A. Had to step away. She has some things that she had to take care of. We're gonna go with another. We're gonna pretty much pick the games here. Hold on. Northwestern and Duke. Northwestern and Duke.
That's a good game right there. That's gonna be a good game right there. And you know what?
I'm here listening, but I was taking care of the call. But basically, I want Duke on my end. Sorry.
Oh,
You had to get in on the picks. Hey, don't worry, baby girl. I'm holding it down. I'm holding it down for you.
Yeah. I'm going to Duke myself. I'm going to Duke myself on this one. I don't trust Northwestern. No, why I say I don't trust. You know why I say I don't trust Northwestern? Every time I pick one, they let me down.
Slow down, Paul. Quick, so your phone was breaking up real bad. So repeat what you just said now. Repeat what you just said.
I said, you remember when I used to roll with Northwestern? Just about every week. And how many times they don't let me down? I got to go with Duke. I can't go through that no more. That heartache. I gave you a chance. They ain't no other chance. They just let me down. I got to go to Northwest. I got to go with Duke.
Okay. And you knew it was going with
Duke.
She going with Duke. Okay, you picking Duke as well. Where is that game being played at?
Hold on, let me check. I have to check for you. Hold on. Northwestern.
In Evanston.
They only play by 2.5 points.
Yeah.
At home.
I know. I got it. It's just something about that place at nighttime. It's just something about that place at nighttime. I've bet against them. Yeah, prime time in Evanston. Look, their place, they do their little blackout up there. I got to roll, and it's a small size stadium. So when it's packed out at night, that place gets loud and can get intimidating. I have to roll with the Wildcats on this one. I have to be the oddball on this one. I'm rolling with Northwest.
Hey, so tell me you're gonna do it. That's why I already wrote it down anyway.
All right,
man,
now
hey, look, man, you've been doing this too long because I already know you're gonna do it.
Yeah. All right, now the game of the night. BYU SMU. You knew who you rolling?
SMU.
All right. D Trooper, they in Dallas. They are in Dallas. They're Gerald Ford Stadium.
Hello. You really asked me that question. I ain't never got with that SMU bandwagon. I'm still on that mother. Come on, you know I already know not to ask that question. Hey, look at this is a tough one for you right here. Cause you've been on the BYU bandwagon and you've been on the SMU bandwagon. So who you going with, bro?
I'm rolling with SMU because BYU is not nowhere near what it was 2 years ago. DJ Chuck he's going bold and big. He got BYU by 14 points.
I'm going to write that down so he can't say he didn't say it. So we see it. Yeah, we see it.
And he taking Northwestern. He got Northwestern by 7. So
Oh,
I'm just doing straight up picks. I'm not doing points. And he has BYU by 14.
Oh, he took BYU by 14.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he can wait to 14 to BYU. So otherwise that plus 14. So he said BYU gonna win by 14, huh?
If they were in, I'm gonna tell you like this, DJ. If they were in Provo, Utah, I probably would be with you. I think SMU could still pull it out in Provo, but it would be a much tighter game. But they in Dallas, bro. They in they in Gerald Ford. They down in Ford. They down in Gerald Ford Stadium, bro. And hey, I gotta roll with SMU. They in Dallas. That place gonna be rocking. That place gonna be rocking.
Hey, you know what? I wish I wish I knew DJ Chuck like that. I sure would take that bet. I would sure take that 14 point he giving away.
That is very interesting. That is very interesting.
And especially when SMU is led by
DJ, are you over there talking to psychics telling you what they're gonna win by? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Look, like I said, if they were in Provo, Utah, yeah, I could possibly see that happening, but not in Dallas. Not in Dallas.
Hey, the point spread is BYU SMU give BYU 12 points. Dang. Okay. Hey, we're gonna hold you to that one, DJ Chuck. I got you marked down for that one. I got you marked down for that one. Then it kicks off in what, 18 minutes?
Kickoff is in 18 minutes. So everyone, I want to thank everyone for coming out, joining us here on this Friday. If you're in the ATL area, you're going out to enjoy some good high school football in your area. Make sure you take a umbrella with you and a poncho, because it's going to be drenching rain tonight. A rainy night in Georgia.
Yes, it is.
Hey, is two good games tonight. Northwestern, Duke, and SMU and BYU. That's the main event. Now, if you're not able to catch the SMU BYU game on DirecTV, my advice to you is to try to catch it on YouTube. My advice would be to try to catch it on YouTube. So with that being said, any last words? Any last words, Dietrich?
Like I said, War Eagle.
All right. I'll go before you knew, because I know what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say. I want to thank everyone for coming out. Love you all. Peace and blessings. This is this time of the year only come once a year, and it goes by pretty fast. So cherish the moments, all right? Because the fall season is the fastest season of the year. It could be here and gone before you know it. So let's enjoy this college football. Enjoy your high school football. Get out there and support those kids, and go see those kids and support them and cheer for them. Your local high school teams, college football, whatever team you're cheering for, whatever, get out there and support those kids as well. College football is here. Football is here. A wonderful time of the year. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you all. For those of you that are on your way home from work, make sure you drive safe. Please get home safe. And if you're on your way to a high school game, please make sure you drive slow. Take your time. The roads are wet out there, and just get there safely. With that being said, like I always say, stay prayed up. Take care of yourselves and each other, and go Dogs, you know?
All right. Y'all ain't gotta go. I mean, look, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here. Go watch that football game and come back and let us know if y'all won, or who you chose. Okay, put that in the chat, that who you think is gonna win. Even though we got the picks, we're gonna be the ones that we're predicting the right picks. Just saying, go ahead and put that in the chat, in the comments, who you think is gonna win. But like I said, y'all ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here. See ya.
Salute everyone. Salute. See you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the kickoff show.